When you look at something like peace or justice or conflict, there are so many different sides to it. And while the law school gives you really the legal perspective to it, the Kroc School and the Masters in Peace and Justice is focused a lot more holistically on what happened before the conflict, what happened during, and then what's going to happen afterwards to hopefully get past that. And that's usually where the law piece comes in. But what's really nice about the dual degree is you're looking at it from this really holistic perspective. There was this one year in high school where I was able to look at a conflict from two sides kind of accidentally. So I went on an ambassador program with a bunch of high school students into Europe, and it was originally created by Dwight D. Eisenhower as a response to World War II. So the whole concept was, let's send young people abroad and have young people come here, they can interact, and they can see all of the similarities, and they can exchange cultural understanding, and then maybe that'll lessen the concept of othering, and we won't have factors like what eventually led to World War II, for example. And then in that same year, I also went to Japan with my bachan, so my dad's mom, and two of my aunts. And it was on that trip that she really opened up about what it was like to live in an internment camp during World War II, and that was something that she and my Ji-chan, so my dad's father, never talked about. They actually met at the internment camps, they got married there. And it was on that trip that I learned a little bit more about my family history and the impact of World War II on her, on Hiroshima, where she was originally from. It was just really interesting learning about this conflict and kind of how the federal government and then individuals responded to it afterwards. And I think that that just always set something in the back of my mind of what happens in conflicts and what happens in the fallout of conflicts. So long term, I would really like to work for the U.S. Department of Justice, and hopefully in a division that is prosecuting international violent crimes, and that includes war criminals that are in the United States. My bachan passed away during law school, actually around like COVID times, so I was able to go back eventually for the service, but yeah. So they won't be able to be there, but I know that my grandparents and other family members who aren't here anymore are still supporting me, which is really something that I always carry with me.